defending. I think they like.
And we're back, people. Deluded, I'm back again. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and of course, in some cases, good night. Happy Monday. Big up to everyone whose team striker scored and also got 3 points. Now, as you can see here, and bare typos, people, obviously we're having a bit of fun. There's no need for an emergency meeting, but I do think every football fan has... How can I make it make sense? All football fans are kind of weird, in it, but focusing on Arsenal Football Club, you can't be, to be honest, it has fluctuated, but you can't be all giddy. I think people have got so caught up on 9 points. They thought that was something within our control. The last time in fact, we'll get onto it. Look at this, people. And again, I'll type it. I'll say it if you can't. I had to be the first to comment. I told man about that game in April. Obviously, Arsenal versus Manchester City. Strap up, Gooners. I do think Arsenal fans are very bipolar. Now it appears some are doing the doom is gloom thing. The guys that were singing from the rooftops, nobody can stop us, no one can catch us. It's now all doom and gloom. Oh my God, big performance at Anfield. Big 3 points, better yet from City. We got 6 points. Obviously, by the time we kick off against Brentford, they could cut it to 3. What did you think was going to happen? Did you think it was going to be all easy? Did you think it was going to just be straightforward? We've controlled the controllables in the sense that there's another reality, God forbid, where you fuck up against Sunderland, you don't get any points because it gets too techy. Let's just say we lost, and then you're looking at City beating Liverpool differently. And I've said this before, and I've maintained it, and I think it's rang true several times. Everyone's going to drop points. Arsenal are going to drop points. City are going to drop points. Everyone in around us is going to drop points. And I do think social media... we're not in the professional game, in it. We're not in the professional game, but I do think social media comments and rhetorics and talking points around football clubs and teams and stuff, people get this warped idea that is what's done in reality. Spurs fans obviously wanted their team to lose against Manchester City or whatnot because it means something for Arsenal. Do you think Spurs' coaches, coaching staff and players wanted to do that? Liverpool fans were in this, City, Paul, I hope we lose. Do you think they're happy right now? Because after spending 400 odd million quid, winning the Premier League, they've not built on it. One of the worst title defenses ever. Man United have leapfrogged them. It's looking dark. Forget Champions League and Europa. They might not even get Conference League if this continues. But do you think them players there wanted, or the players and the coaching staff, do you think they wanted to lose? Do you think they felt good at Anfield where they're seeing their ex-coach wheeled up in front of the Coppen? So I do think people need to wind themselves back. Relating it to Arsenal Football Club. And if I share my screen, and before I do that, in fact, I've told you lot before, for me to truly think we're getting over the line in the Prem, I think we have to win at Anfield. We have to win at the Etihad in April. Hopefully, it's done by then. I'm not going to lie. I do think there's an element of football being fixed. I do think, considering Gyökeres's penalty wasn't given against Newcastle, I find it very difficult to accept the one that Alisson gave away. Obviously, Liverpool shat the bed. What you saw with City is what you've seen 9 times, and maybe Liverpool, what you've seen all season. You saw the good, bad, and the ugly of both teams. They kind of over 90 minutes, they weren't amazing. Looking at Liverpool were the second best team in the first half. They came out on fire in the second half. The period from the second half to Szoboszlai scoring was Liverpool's best period, and then they self-capitulated. Whatever way you shape it, 3 points at Anfield is a big result for City. And obviously, you have to look at the psychological things. They now think they might have been doom and gloom. If it's 9 points, we're out of here. We're not happy. That can give them a boost. Same way Arsenal can fluctuate. And it just makes next month's final, on top of everything to play from now till then, even more interesting. Me personally, I'm just on this. Arsenal have to control the controllables. We can't control dodgy refereeing decisions in games. That's got nothing to do with us. City's form, anyone around us. All we can do is win our games. And it's 2 important games. Now, you've passed 1 test against Sunderland. You need to do that against Brentford. Let me not be disingenuous. Do I think Fulham are going to roll over? No, but I just think City are going to be on a high. They're going to put you to I think they would have put you to the sword anyways, in it, really. So I do think fans need to calm down. This whole 9 points thing, it was on the table, obviously, if Liverpool won, but it wasn't on the table. Like, again, if I share my screen with you lot, cast your mind back to, let's say, Friday last week, yeah? Purposely, this is match week 24. So Friday, I say put yourself back into those shoes on Friday, yeah? Because what did we enter this weekend? Well, last weekend going with? You knew it was a 6-point lead. as you can see there. Now, if I fast forward to game week 25, what do you see here? It's not changed. You've controlled the controllables. That is all you can control. You know, you can't control a damn thing else beyond that. And it just makes everything even more interesting, people. City's games, forget the FA Cup. They got Fulham. I think they're going to batter Fulham. Salford is a non-story. Newcastle in every other season, but now they could do a thing. I think Leeds will give them a game. Do you know what? I think they're going to go on a run. You know what? I think they're going to win 3, 6, 9. Oh, gosh. Oh, what happened there? Fucked it up, didn't I? People smash their like button. Mods, even you, Marcel. See, you talking nonsense. Make sure you smash the like button. Why is it going all the way back? I hope I'm wrong, and I would say this is the most beatable City side I've seen, but I don't see them losing against Fulham. Don't see them losing against Newcastle. Leeds away, you never know. That could be a banana skin. Don't see them losing that, though. Definitely don't see them losing at home to Nottingham Forest. Can't see them losing at West Ham away. And Crystal Palace might be able to give them a game, but they've got their own crap that's going on, people. Then obviously you got the cup final and the psychological boost that provides. Chelsea are going to get drummed, which brings us to the 18th of April, people. Obviously, things can go left, different things can happen, but it just makes it interesting. You know, in the build-up to City Arsenal, we've got Brentford, Wigan. Forget the FA Cup games, but we do have Wigan, which is what we need to focus on as well this week. We've got 2 big games. Brentford away. Very well-run football club. As I always say, Arsenal, City, Liverpool, because Marcel's in the chat, bear of the top teams in the Premier League. They couldn't lose their captain, their star strikers in Visa and in Buemo, and the manager that's helped get them there in Thomas Frank and look even more better. They're not missing Frank. They're not missing Visa. They're not missing Buemo. They're not missing Norgard. Like Sunderland, they could probably even get Europe, and it would. Brentford ain't qualified for Europe, have they? I stand to be corrected, but that would actually be great for them. They're going to be very difficult. They're not going to roll over. They're going to make it difficult, win the game. Wolves away is difficult. Yes, they're bottom, but that's probably one of our hardest games this season, and it's been brought forward. So we all know the games are coming thick and fast. It's results business. I don't need to explain to you why you need to win anyways, but why you cannot afford to slip up in the North London derby. They'd love nothing more to get one over us. And then, you know, you're dealing with one pagan, which we've done at the Emirates as well as Chelsea. Then you've got Chelsea. Brighton away is nasty. Everton away at home is nasty. City in the League Cup, it is what it is. Bournemouth at home, no one really wants to buck them, which takes you to this to the 18th of April. Nothing is going to be easy. There's going to be many twists and turns. It's simply put, how badly do you not want it? Control the controllables. You cannot control refereeing. You can't control those external factors. As Rice said, if you want to go down in history at this club, you've got 4 months. Well, maybe even 3 months now. You got 4 months. Like Miles Lewis-Skelly, Mikel Arteta, and several players have said, relish it. Just put left foot in front of the right. Leave the mathematic crap to the fans, and just move how you need to move. It's as simple as that, man. Like, I just can't understand the crying. It's from those that, oh my God, 9 points, 9 points. Now it's all over. You lot, pull your knickers up, man. Like, relax, bro, because we've been in a couple of title shouts. But let's be honest, this one feels like we can actually win. And by God's grace, we get over the line and we're here to stay for a number of years. What do you think is going to happen? If you're nervous now, some of you talk about winning every trophy, which we want you. What do you think is going to happen at the latter end of the season, where on a Tuesday, it's a semi-finals in the Champions League, and assuming the points gap is a lot more closer, it's a must-win on Saturday. What do you think is going to happen? This is why I always say, yeah, and I don't think you lot listen. From August, get me to January, to December, still hoping to achieve what we set out to. From December, get me into January, because we all know how thick and fast those games come. From now, well, from January, February now, obviously, I'm only interested in March. Get me to March, April. Then I'd care about points tally and things like that. Let's not be naive. Obviously, Arsenal players knew that through doing your job against Sunderland, Liverpool, big game, you don't know how that can pan out. Same way City saw our game and football. Same way they know they're playing first this midweek. They're playing tomorrow against Fulham. We won't be able to fix up that points gap at the earliest until Brentford, which isn't easy. Me as well, Pep Guardiola has to earn his money. Like, if there's, like, I'm not going to, it won't be remembered, innit? But if City go and win this Premier League trophy, I know they've done Centurions, 3P, whoop the league, bullied it up, cook this league in every way you can cook something, innit? But this has to be his greatest Premier League achievement, because City have a lot of problems. They look more mortal than ever. You know, you can never disrespect and ask questions of Pep, but anyone that thought it was as white and black as a slapping Gurhey, who's made a hell of a difference in that team, and thinking things are going to change, the whole defensive ethos needs to change. What I saw elements against Liverpool like I saw the week before against Spurs, like I've seen Brentford away for them, for Palace away. But it's points on the board. This is where both these managers have to earn their money. The gaffer as well. You're going to have to be very cute and clever with who plays. For me, I'm not on this rotation thing against Brentford. Rest everyone you can against Wigan. Obviously, we want to go through. No rest there. No rest there. No rest there. No rest there. Surely there's an element of some fixtures are subject to change, because this is by now Arsenal, Liverpool, City. You'd imagine, everybody knows where they stand in the Champions League, and when them games come, definitely no rest. And Everton, of all of these, Everton scares me the most. Every game's difficult, all of that kind of jazz. You know where I'm going. But I just think people need to calm down, man. The people just need to calm down. It's you lot that live in La La Land and all these kind of things, man. But yeah, as BG has said, like and subscribe upon entry. Believe. All I know is these fellas need to rise up each and every game until we lift the PL trophy. It may exactly even that. I'm not interested in the points tally, because even if Arsenal had 20 points, I'm not an idiot. That is a dream of a lead. Until it is mathematically confirmed that nobody can finish above Arsenal Football Club and we've won the league, if I'm honest, a lot of people just need to shut the fuck up, bro. And it's not even just Arsenal fans, it's football fans. Like, Liverpool lost to City, completely capitulated. Van Dijk, all of them terrible for the first goal. Alisson gave away a pen, don't think it was one. If I was Shabazz, I'd be, even though he wouldn't get back, I would have been pissed off with Alisson's feeble attempt to run back and all of those kind of things. People are DMing me like we played. We could control the controllables. I understand it. We all live in this realm. We know there's a lot of people twerking for City. To be honest with you, a lot of people that want their teams to lose. I know you didn't feel good. Just control the controllables, man. It's as simple as that. DG, my brother, I cannot panic in February. Only if we're still top in April will I calm down. For now, I'm in constant panic mosh pit. Youngers be panicking. It's Skegnetti Jack. It's old men as well. Because there's people that understand football and love, regardless of the team you support. Yeah, there's people that understand football and love football at its purest level. Then I think there's some that they're really only taking football via social media. Their only thing around football, and it goes for Arsenal, Man United, Liverpool, Spurs, every team base. It's just to slag off another team and one-upsmanship and the WhatsApp group and who can get the most retweets and all this foolishness. One love, man. One love. Riley's getting mad. Big up DG and all the nations. Learn to type words all jumbled up. What was I as jumbled up as Alisson? Because only Shabazz was out there. Marcel, have manners, man. You wanted your team to lose. I know you're not happy, though. A lot of Liverpool fans are doing that, mate. Head chicks, hookers, you and Roms. That Liverpool game proved the one main thing. Arsenal has to do this on their own. If we get lucky and other teams do us a favor, it's a bonus. All we have to do is win our games. That's it. Like, man, not looking for no saving and all these things. All of these things, like, when your destiny is in the hands of another, like, if it was, like, to keep us in the title race, Liverpool needed to win, and obviously Liverpool lost. Can't really complain. This is, for me, I look at that kind of stuff the same way some of you, and I don't get it, but I get it. We're very vexed with Son Heung-min's miss against City for the obvious. Not that, again, I know people say he wanted to miss. The man never wanted to miss. Just control the controllables. The past is the past. The future brings uncertainty. What are you, man, doing in this present moment? Because I, of all people, especially when it comes to talking about football, can reel off receipts. Arteta, I love you to bits. The man right next to you in that graphic. You should have beat him at the Emirates. You should have got a point at Anfield. I'll allow you for the game at the Emirates. Should have beaten Nottingham Forest. Should have at least got a point, and the players as well should have got a point against Man United. Not that you deserved it. Should have got a point. Should have held on against Sunderland where you had 15 minutes left. Aston Villa, cool, there was injuries and all these things, but lost it at the death. Chelsea, probably fortunate to get a point, but had you have performed a bit better, who knows? We all know you're not gonna win them all. You're gonna win, lose, and draw. But there's been plenty of times where we can help ourselves, and it's not gonna be perfect. City haven't been perfect. I keep saying this. For me, I think genuinely, and I want to be wrong, I think it's going down to the last day of the season or the last kind of games of the season. This is the most inconsistent race for a Premier League title in a minute. It feels like the way Arsenal and City, and don't let them get away, Liverpool at a time looked to shoot in for third. Chelsea fans inserted themselves in this conversation and fell off a cliff. The media put Aston Villa in it. It feels like a top four race, but for the Premier League title, if that makes sense. Nobody's really claiming nothing right now. Relegation, it feels like people are like, we know who's going down. But on the basis of points, that's still up for grabs. The Champions League spots, I think only Arsenal and City are a shoo-in. Few weeks ago, I would have said Liverpool. A few weeks ago, I would have said Chelsea. I said I want Man United to do it because it makes things look a bit mad. I think Man United are a shoo-in, and obviously they've been good in the last 3-4 games, and my man might get his hair cut. The next 3-4 games might present something different. Sunderland and the Brentfords have been over-excelling, and they've earned it. So it'll be interesting, man. Guardiola completed English football one at a full Anfield in the Premier League. He's done now. No Anfield W bounce will win the league. I think he's cutting if it ended the season, man. If I'm honest with you, man. So yeah, no Spurs fan wanted to lose to City. Stop trying to itch to push your agenda. Riley, allow it. I'm sat next to one on TalkSport half the time. Please. Maybe you didn't because you're an actual football fan. Please do not sit here and gas because everyone likes to gaslight Arsenal fans, but don't bring up receipts. Spurs fans didn't want to lose to City. Liverpool fans didn't want to. There's idiot fan bases, the social media ones. They never wanted to. Liverpool fans didn't want to lose to City. I know they didn't feel nice at at full time. Please don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. And if Arsenal are victims, Riley, what the hell are you lot? Eze can't buy a game, slapped it on you. We got 99 problems. Tottenham Hotspur ain't one. Riley, you need to behave yourself, you know. Don't make me set my demons out there. Because I was going to be humble. You see this game, February the 22nd? I was going to say, you know what? Give them a little 1-0. Gabriel Magalhaes. I need Thomas Frank to stay in that job. But you know what? Don't make me set Eze on you lot. Don't make me set Eze on you lot. Please. I don't want to set Eze and Miles Lewis Skelly. I might even start Kepa. Please. Riley. Behave. You see, like when you're at family's house and grown adults are speaking and the kids have to come out the room. Please, you've never done this. You'll never do this. You don't understand winning Premier Leagues and all these things. If you do not support Liverpool, if you do not support Man United, if you do not support City, if you do not support Chelsea, if you do not support Arsenal, you know what? If your team ain't won the league but you're a civilian, I don't know, Leeds fan or something, you're cool. You ain't never did it. You ain't never did it, Riley. Shh, please, man. Go bill it, man. You're vexed, man. Your manager's pissed you off today, innit? It's not my fault, man. Don't get mad at me, man. DG thoughts on Blue Sharks lurking. They should be lurking. Until it's mathematically over, it's not over. But one thing I find very difficult to accept is I think a lot of people just write narratives because last time I checked, nothing has changed. We're still 6 points clear. 9 points was not a definite. 9 point, the extra 3 points, so 6 plus 3 equals 9. That was on City fucking up. And they didn't. By hook or by crook, they made it happen. So, yeah, man. The only thing I'm mad about is how Pep, knowing he hasn't won at Anfield for 5 years, still rocked up with more balls than Arteta did when we had Liverpool at home. Other than that, can't cry. But, man, I'm replying to Marcel, you know, like, you lot don't reply to Marcel. His team lost, bro. They lost. And if we're bottle jobs, and I'll take that. But if you lot call Arsenal bottle jobs, fair. We ain't done it. But it'd be fair to say we're the specialists of bottling. So if you're a specialist or an expert, when we talk, you listen. To which I will say 400 million spent. Took the best striker, excluding Haaland in Isaac. Hugo Ekitike, letting Gyökeres catch up to him. 400 million spent. And it's not a definite you're going to be in the Champions League. If that's that, and you're bearing in mind, whatever we're saying around Arsenal and City, are City the current holders of the Prem? No. Arsenal? No, definitely not. So what does that make you? Please, man. Use this. Just use that. That's all I'm saying. Just use this. Just use this, man. Said, where's my husband, Rob? I miss him. Hey, Rob. Rob Cartel, you know. Swear that. I don't know. He's normally here, man. Pick him up, man. Liverpool can enjoy that Thursday night Europa. Whoa, music. Back to mixing up with Atalanta. Well, Salah. Go somewhere, they'll play you up front. Trent Alexander-Arnold made the right decision. But let's say that, man. Marcel wants attention, man. Just needs to cut, man. That's less of that. Marcel ain't even telling you to smash the like buttons. Facts, TG, fans need to calm down. We won't run away with this. Bro, preaching to the death. People are going to do what they want. They're going to do the irrational stuff. It is what it is. Arsenal winning the league at the Etihad on my birthday. Bro, you're Aries. Big up yourself. Oh, there's no game. Well, there's a game on my dad's birthday. He's not an Arsenal fan, so it doesn't matter. But Bournemouth. Arsenal never play on my birthday. Hey, I don't want that. I don't want that. I do not want that. I don't want that, man. What are you lot saying, though, before we crack on, man? Don't forget to DG United and their corner boys lurking. Yeah, don't think I didn't see Rants. You lot told me Rants said you lot in the title race. Boy, if United finish second, it's spooky for certain man. Hopefully it's another Ole Gunnar Solskjaer thing, man. This is a serious chat, and guys are mentioning United. I have a strong belief that we'll win the league. It's down to them. It's down to them. It's down to them. I know I want Arsenal to win the league. It's down to you lot. If you lot want it, you'll get it done. You lot can write your own history. Right now, you're in the driver's seat. Don't pay too much on the 6 points. We are going to drop points. We are going to win. If you lose against Brentford, God forbid, don't. Anyone that, and I'm talking purely to the players, anyone that wants to do this crying thing, you need to fuck off. Anybody that if we win, and there's somehow, if it goes to 9 points, let's just say Fulham beat City. Anyone that thinks things are done, you need to piss off. Left foot in front of the right, relax. Dream scenario, we win a trophy or two. Worst scenario, it's another season of more of the same. We part that off until May. Just deal with the present. Just deal with the present. And you should expect this. You man think City are going to just walk away from this with big bad Pep Guardiola and all their players. And this is the worst City side. I think they're worse than last season, I must admit. That just shows how good they are. All right, there's Rob. There's your husband. DJ, have you seen anything reported on Trossard? I thought he might be injured. I'm seeing some talk. Charles Watt said he hasn't been able to confirm anything. As I was getting the stream ready, I did see that. Some are saying he's got tightness or something. I haven't seen any credibility with it, but I'm not being funny. Past game week 10, everybody starts getting injuries. Players are playing with injuries. You know how much players are probably that were on that pitch with Arsenal and Liverpool and City, Sunderland, Arsenal. I would love them to do a survey and say how many players actually have an injury. Injuries don't always mean you can't play. This one's playing with a broken toe. This one's got a slight thigh strain. This one really and truly's got muscle fatigue. We're at that part of the season, man. Smash the likes if you haven't, man. Great point. A lot of the OGs losing their heads as well. Arsenal fans love a panic, bro. And I'm not even saying don't panic. Because when it's time to panic, you don't know, I'm there panicking. When it's time to be vexed, I'm here being vexed. When it's time to be positive, I just feel your destiny's in your hand. Relish it, bro. Relish it, because I keep saying this. I said it on Talks, I said it here. Cool. If we go and don't win the league, what can they say about my football club? They can banter us, but what can they say that I haven't said in the last few years? So if you know that's what someone thinks, be fearless. And when it's all said and done, you'll have done it. What I will say to Mikel Arteta, and we are in February, I think I was very fair in my criticisms of last season. I said from August, get me to game week 10. You got a free hit. Just get points on the board. But I'm not expecting too much in terms of performance. Past game week 10, I'm going to be very harsh. And I think we've done well. But I think whether we win, lose, or draw, I still don't think we've clicked into into top gear. I don't think we've done that. I don't think I've seen... I think there's more to give, a level of collective consistency. And to the players, there's more to give. I'm not happy with 3-4 game patches. Some of you need to step up now. And if we're saying all of this, and you've got it all in your hands on the 9th of February, you lot will write what history books you want to write. Because one thing I do say, we have to pick ourselves up and go again. But if you, man, don't win this Premier League, I don't know where you lot go from here. Gaffer, I don't know where you go from here. I don't think you're going to get sacked, especially if you go win the League Cup. But I do think maybe you need a different voice there. Maybe we need to try something else. I don't want to have these conversations, but it's a reality. This is why I always say, if it was up to me as a fan, you give me the Prem or the Champs. For me, and this is my thoughts, I'm putting the Champions League in the bag because we ain't done that. If you was to offer it to me and consider the players, I'd have to say the Prem. I think you lot are scarred. I don't know what it would do to you lot. You obviously, time's a healer. I back them to lick their wounds, and we'll be here next season saying the same shit if that was the case. But right now, I don't know where you go from there. And I would have to look at you, Gaffer. The man have signed new deals. Obviously, the players are playing, but the man have signed new deals. Bert has done what he's needed to do. Whatever people say, bro, we're a fucking good football club, bro. They can't gaslight. So if you're calling 1 minute we're not good enough to win anything, then we're bottlers. So there's always that inconsistencies. But if you're calling us bottlers and saying second again, ole, second is closer to first than a lot of these people who banter us. So you've got to be close. So maybe there needs to be a new voice, man. But yeah, man, smash the like button if you haven't. What happens when Odegaard is fit to return? Do we drop Havertz? All right. Let's assume Odegaard's fit for Thursday. Am I starting you against Brentford? Arteta might, because he fucks with you, but I just feel Kai's in a good moment. I feel we're at that part of the season where you have to be a bit cute and clever. Like, reality, I don't mean this in a rude way, but we all have a bit of a bitch about our players, innit? Like, this one's not good enough, that one. But I've looked at these players from the beginning of the season and still going, your tool's in a toolbox. So I accept you all for what you are. I feel there's a lot of men that are purple patch, hot and cold players. Like 4 or 5 games, they're amazing. So you see when players start going into that kind of moment, I think you got to play on it. Right now, Gyökeres, Kai, confidence is high. I think it does throw a bit of a spanner in the works because they're a bit different and, you know, we can be a bit predictable. I'm not dropping Kai. For Brentford. Odegaard, if that's where you want to start against Wigan, do your thing. Kai, you're playing definitely the away games because I'm not expecting these 3 games. Oh, we're on the road a bit in the league, innit? I'm not expecting these to be pretty. Do your job. In my heart, though, if again, like I said, focusing on the Premier League to answer your question, Brentford, Wolves, Spurs, Chelsea, Brighton. Do I think Odegaard will start one or two of those games? 1,000,000%, because they're coming thick and fast, man. Like, you got Chelsea, and then 3 days later you got Brighton. And again, for Arsenal and City, like, you can only look at the first week, because God forbid injuries are always happening. As I got home today from being on ITV, I'm seeing these Trossard things. Things can happen, but we're gonna have to get it done. How bad do you lot want it? Because forget disappointing the fans. Do you know how disappointed you lot are gonna be with yourselves? And I know you're trying, I know it means a lot, but ultimately, I don't want you lot to sit in that room on the last day of the season, like you've been in the last few years, and feel how you feel. I ain't been a fly on the wall. I don't know. You lot might have been fine, but you lot, the future's in your the destiny's in your hand. It's not out your hand. And it is going to fluctuate. It won't surprise me if we get a 9-point gap or 12. If the gap gets completely cut to no points. If City lap us, all of these things can happen. So buckle up, Arsenal fans, man. I just hope those games don't come back to haunt us. They're gonna have to make it happen. I do think City winning at Anfield, fundamentally, however it was a big win for them, man. And boy, when boy, celebration, please. You're going to say anything? I don't even want to be that guy, but okay, it is what it is. We've seen before, the title race isn't over until it's over. Bernardo Silva said the same, but he said 6 points is 6 points. That's from Erling Haaland, who might be finding his form. It's fine that people hate us. It's part of our history. Some of you need to remember the wise words from Double G, the Double G, man. Mikel Merino will undergo surgery on a stress fracture on his foot today. These are the kind of man you need to be fit. The Bandulu brothers, Merino, Gyökeres, Havertz, guys that are not pretty, but they might just do something booky. Arsenal have not put a timeline on his recovery. He's expected to be out until the end of the season, but the player hopes to be fit for the World Cup. So yeah, for what's left of this year, it's a shame. Get well soon, Merino. You're not involved. There was a picture that showed his foot surgery. Yeah, there you have it, people. He's posted he's had surgery. I always look at things with a pinch of salt, but the gaffer did say it was a freak injury, a unique injury or something. So the main thing is get your fitness. It does suck for a very good utility player. Don't worry, I know you saw the Morgan Rodgers stuff. We'll get into that. Don't think we're signing him, but yeah, man can dream, people. If you haven't hit the like button, then what are you doing? So yeah, brother, their captain doesn't give a if about their club. The fact they're talking about. Bless up, DG buddy. Teta must be brave. No low T or cowardice and bottling 4 comps. I want multiple titles. I didn't see any celebration police yesterday. Nah, man. I didn't. You're not going to. Have you hit the like button? Don't forget to. Thanks. Big up, Rob. Any other week, and Marcel be hiding after a loss, but because it helps City get closer, he's here to troll. Weird behavior. What do you think Skets are going to do? Jerseys are going to be jerseys, bro. Hi, DG. We are Arsenal supporters. Just got to relax and believe in our players and in Arteta. We're doing a brilliant job so far. Have faith. We're going to be crowned 2025-26 PL champions. I hear that, Devlin. I'm not saying you're saying this year, but there is an element of Arsenal fans that like to say this for saying its sake. Like, if I'm honest with you, like, I do believe in you lot because I see that you want it, but my belief is irrelevant. You man believe in yourselves, get the job done. There's been setbacks. There's going to be more setbacks. There's going to be question marks for the gaffer and the players. How bad do you not want it? How bad do you not want it for every? Because you're like your brothers. Statistically, this is a working life. These men are with each other behind closed doors. Pause. A lot more than they see their kids and their wives. You lot have seen the highs and the lows. You lot have connected with things above football. If every individual stands up to be counted, the collective takes care of itself. We don't need to do the kumbaya stuff. You got your 6 points clear. What are you going to do with it? Because reality is, you've led the table at a point in the last 4 years for 200 odd days. Did you win? No. You've been the chasers and you've done the chasing and come up short. At some point, something needs to give. Recent history is far from kind. But you see the thing about history, you can write a new one. So it's what they want to do. So I believe in them, but it's them. Arteta, it's your job. Are you going to utilize the squad properly? Are you going to show in-game management? Obviously, on our day, we can take on anyone, but let's not be naive. There are 13 games left to play. There is going to be some games where let's have it right, like against Wolves. We've been fucking shit. You've been shit. Just grab the 3 points. You think City weren't shit yesterday? You think Liverpool weren't shit yesterday? Even when Liverpool winning 1-0. Football's a 90-minute game, so let's just get back to that, man. I don't know, man, DG. I don't know, man. I can't take DG serious in these moments, knowing he'll be topless with shades on next week on Rant Show. Fair enough. The team seems to do better when they play before City. This week, when the pressure is high, we play after them. Mentality will be key to securing a win. Kai and Glock could be crucial in the running. We'll have a game in hand played after we play Wolves, by the way. Again, I hear that game in hands. I hear you. You're not wrong, but I'm on this realized points thing. Just get the points. The jarring thing is coming to work every day and having Man United fans talking about a title charge. What have I done to deserve it? I let them talk. Never interrupt your enemy when they're making a mistake. Like I did with Chuck. Okay, you put yourself in the title challenge. Okay, and again, because I know what I want. But when I get away from the obvious reason as to why I want Arsenal to win, I've got conversations with Liverpool fans to have, United fans, Chelsea, a lot of energy, Spurs the same. I just don't. Odegaard's thing for me, you might just have to be the sub man at this moment. You come off the bench against Leeds, did very well. Was it Leeds? Yeah, Leeds and done very well. Everyone forgets Newcastle away. That's still the best game I think you lot have shown me. There was improvements to make, but in the whole totality of 90 minutes this season, in the isolated to the Premier League, I think Newcastle away was lit. I think the sub stood up to be counted. I think you reacted to setbacks. I think you played with no fear. I think Odegaard's cameo off the bench did well. So yeah, man, have a positive mindset and keep believing in our team, bro. Without faith, nothing will be accomplished. Your faith has to be stronger and bigger than anything else. I hear you, but you can believe, but you need reasons to believe. So for the boys, make sure you're listening to training. Make sure you're chasing the illusion of perfection. Make sure you're doing everything in the controllables. It's like if I'm going to revise a test. Man can't, if I know I've got a test next week and I'm not doing no revision, I don't know none of the subjects, but I'm just screaming, have faith. Always have faith in life. It's not going to get you far. If I'm trying my best, learning, really putting my heart into this, with faith, anything's possible. If it's up to me, Prem or Champs, Elk sacked and catapulted out of my club. Damn. City will have their double game week in 33. Kai Havertz must continue as a support striker, says 10. Odegaard has to fight for his place off the bench. Bro, I don't even want to say it's a carrying people thing, but we ain't got time to carry people. Like, at the end of the day, Kai's in a good moment. Now, don't get twisted. Me saying that about Kai, you're going to need to be rotated out, which is why Arteta, that Wigan game is a fantastic opportunity. There's certain players I feel sorry for, haven't got as much football. The Wigan game, I don't feel comfortable with Kepa in going. I'd rather Raya, and they might have a new managerial bounce. But the Mascaras, the Miles Lewis-Kellys, Hincapié, centre-half, rest them and them. And again, if you want to win the league, God forbid, but it wouldn't surprise me if there's a shock injury. If everybody's fit or we're down to our bare bones, we've got to be prepared for everything and anything, man. So, yeah, Mo, appreciate you, as he said, smash the like button. Eze and Havertz have been way better than Odegaard in the 10. I like Kai and Gyökeres or Martinelli pairing. Big up Nelly as well for his recent cameos, man. Gyökeres goal celebration. He'll start Brighton away. Do you really want Odegaard Brighton away? Play Odegaard against Wigan. Did you see Moyes moaning about Arsenal players who run to the pitch after the Havertz goal against Chelsea? David Moyes. Damn. Odegaard has been way too passive. He can't play in the 10 again. DG City is not catching us. I'm not worried. Well, just let's keep doing our job, man. Word DG, stop the panic. We're wavy, man. Composure. Preaching to the blind man and the deaf. DG, destiny is in our hands or PGML hands. After Ballon d'Or, Rodri criticized them. They seem to be back to their old ways. I'm not being funny. I hear that. But as an Arsenal fan, we've seen this. Whether you're 30 like myself, younger, or some of you slightly older, you know the refs are. I want to do the refs against us. You know nobody can gaslight us. You know there's inconsistencies with decision making. You know there's double standards with how we're refed, how we're spoken about, how we're criticized, how we're praised, yada, yada, yada. Bro, even that. We somehow managed to get here, regardless of PGMOL, even when things have done us dirty in games. Like Newcastle a few years comes to mind. Aston Villa handball comes to mind. Nottingham Forest comes to mind. How on God's fucking green earth Gyökeres hasn't been given a penalty at Newcastle away, and that one was given yesterday. We know these things, but it's like Sunday League. Expect the refs to be dead. Somehow with all of this, you got 6 points. With 6 points gap. And we know, even Brentford, where they're not drawing the lines, we know these things are factors. But if we're just going to say it's not in our hands, we might as well pack up, bro. Destiny was in Liverpool's hands. If Liverpool didn't drop off a cliff after they scored and approached the first half better, they could have done things. And City will be counting their blessings because they've picked up 4 points now where really they could have lost. They could have improved. They should have smoked Spurs in that first half, 3-4-5. They didn't. They had a goal. And one consistency I've seen now with Spurs playing them and Liverpool playing them is I still think some teams have this, City, man. You got to respect them, which you've got to have healthy respect. In both games, I've seen both teams say, fuck them. I'm on this. Let's have a chance. Questions are being asked. And let's be honest, Liverpool had numerous chances they could have done better. Mohamed Salah, poorest game I've seen in a minute. Odegaard is a backup to Zubi, in my opinion, not a 10. He's best as a deep playing 8. Big up DG in the chat. Like and subscribe, you man know the thing. One thing I picked up at Liverpool versus City was their flaws and weakness list. Bottom PL teams will pick up a point, if not both. All we can do is do our thing, man. Facts, we'll see if they're true champions. We are better than City. They're not catching us. I mean, mathematically, they can catch us, and they can't catch us as well. Everything's a factor. All we can do is relax, work hard, don't think nothing's been achieved because it hasn't, and take it from there. React any more setbacks, react immediately. When you win, enjoy the night, move on. Now my focus is on Brentford and Wigan. Even that is Brentford now. Put the best versions of yourselves against Brentford, and everything should be all right, man. Wouldn't be surprised if City drop points versus Fulham. Either way, focus on our job. These men have been here before. Tunnel vision settings true. I think Fulham are gonna get mashed up, man. DG, you're stylistically crashing out, or just got a difference of opinion. Anyone think I'm crashing out? How have I crashed out? This ain't the channel if you want to hear Kumbaya, my lord, and all of that. And neither is it the channel if man want to make out everything's rubbish, say them buzzwords. Because another thing that was all calm, no one ain't talking about Una Emre at this club and rewriting history. This ain't the channel for it. Life is harsh. Football is harsher. Anything that you're saying I'm crashing out of or harsh about, the players will feel 10 times worse if they don't do what needs to be done. And they'll feel 10 times amazing. It won't surprise me if the Prem gets confirmed today, for example, 9 months from now, every player in that squad, much less Miles Lewis-Skelly and Wanyeri, will all have, maybe even a Max Dowman, they'll all have kids. Letting Gurhi and Semenyo was at L. I don't know what's going on with Semenyo. He looked very good, man. He looks a bit out of sorts at City now. Quality player, though. Should have grabbed him, man. No, Kevin Scheider for the Brentford game. We have to control the game and step up our set pieces. There are many ways we can win a game. Got to go out there and show it, man. Odegaard is definitely on the bench at the moment. He's a finisher, not a starter. But that's in our opinion. And you're not wrong because I agree with that. But this is what I mean. Arteta's going to have to govern because he loves Odegaard, rightly or wrongly. Like, he loves Odegaard. Kai's in a great bit of form. Obviously, caveat, we need to be a bit cute and clever with Kai. As good as he's been since his return and as fit as he is, he's just come back from a serious injury. It's Arteta to be like, oh, you know what? Kai's in a good moment, but I like Odegaard. If I get Odegaard in, how do I get Odegaard and Kai in? Do I drop Gyökeres? Because right now, the Gyökeres off the bench thing is working, bro. I had the right idea at the wrong time because around the Inter game and, well, he did do it against Inter, but around the Inter game and Chelsea game, I did think that's what we needed to do with Gyökeres. So, yeah, man. 12-point gap title charges, nasty works. Bro, they said it. But this is what I mean with Arteta. He's going to have to... Right now, I think we're approaching that point. And we have. The team picks itself, bro. Trossard, you're picking yourself. Martinelli off the bench, you're picking yourself. Defenders, you are picking yourselves. Gyökeres and Kai Havertz for the last couple of games, you're picking yourselves. Noni, I'm not going to lie. I need Saka back. I like Noni a lot. I'm not convinced with this thing. Let's be real. Martinelli off that right-hand side of recent looks a lot better. And this is where I'm looking at the gaffer because as much as Noni needs to pattern, bro, you brought a man in that ain't really got goals and assists. Thoughts on Eze? It is what it is, man. Like I do think Arsenal's been a culture shock off the field for him and psychologically. I do think he's adapting tactically. I don't think it's harsh when you've not been given like consistency of games and in your strongest position and all of those things to show your best level of yourself. But I don't think he's taking his chances. Even that, I know it will be Odegaard, but if it's not Kai Havertz in that role, Eze needs to go there, man. And this is where I'm hoping collectively the whole team go up the gears, what we've been talking about. The players that are in purple patches and good form, maintain that and get better. All the players we've been, oh, you know what, Saka this and Madueke that and Eze the third. Raise it. Because the beautiful thing about football, 1 week you're a villain, the next week you're a hero. The team overall quality has moved past Odegaard, time to let go. I mean, you did get him for 30 million. We're outgrowing Odegaard and Saka. It's Brighton at home. Are you sure we're playing Brighton at home? Please be at home. It says Brighton away, though. It's got to be Brighton away. Ain't we played them at home? DG, Brighton were awful at home yesterday. I hear you, but listen, that's a month from, well, just under a month. Things can change in a month. A month ago, where were Man United? The first month of the season, what was Aston Villa and where are they now? A month ago, where were Chelsea? a few games ago. I mean, emotionally, the last 3 games, what that Liverpool Forest Man United game, where was everyone? And now everyone's amazing now. So the rest tried to match fix yesterday by letting the game drag on past stoppage time, but they quickly realised they're barking up the wrong tree. If Madueke keeps blowing hot and cold, I'd give Odegaard a go right wing. He's played there a lot in the past. If Wanyeri struggled against PSG yesterday, so did the whole team. They got battered. If Wanyeri was here, I'd run him there. Down and get fit, man. Now, F that. I'm done respecting City. It's time to start respecting them. I don't care. I think you got to respect everyone, bro. And whether you're respecting them or disrespecting them, how far does that go? The video Dan Potts made after yesterday's game was so bizarre. What does he do? What did he say? People are moving mad. What weakness did City show, really? They conceded the free kick and third best informed striker in the league was missing sitters. Arteta has to be brave for the remaining games with his tactics. Tell his players to play with courage. Stop worrying about other teams. To be honest, though, do we really, for all of Arteta's criticisms, do we really think he's telling them to not play with courage? Bearing in mind, he told them to enjoy it. And I'm not saying he doesn't need to be. He needs to be unpredictable, have an element of unpredictability with his tactics and have an ability to pivot. Bravery is cool, but there's a thin line between bravery and naivety. Because everybody that likes to waffle about entertainment and games are not entertaining, boy, I just want to ask, was that game entertaining yesterday? Let's be honest, first 45 it wasn't. I never want to be that open in games. So yeah, man. The babes must leave Diamond alone. Nah, man, you're going to make it, bro. You're going to make it. Marcel, stop sucking City dick, man. Get off your knees, man, you hooker. What's going on, man? I don't know. I think Arteta might low-key be losing his patience with Odegaard. But hey, individuals come second. The collective comes first. And there's been a million occasions where players could probably count themselves lucky that they've been getting the amount of football. If you got to be cruel to Odegaard, to be kind to the collective, do what needs to be done. Arteta's tactics have got us this far. Stop trying to give basic advice and run. I told him so when we win the title. Keep the same defensive framework, but in the final third, be a bit more direct. We've seen elements of that this season, but I would like to see it on a more consistent basis. I have to I rate it, but not rate it because we was chasing the City game, but I saw it there. I saw it the whole of the Newcastle game. A couple of times, even within these games, when we go direct, like where Gabriel Jesus against Sunderland's offside, definitely a couple of times against Leeds, the couple of times we just do it early, that's something we need to sometimes bring into our game. And also shooting from outside the area. Because I don't know these players. I don't know the gaffer. But obviously, Zubimendi scored a great goal. Rice was unfortunate with a great effort. Kai, I wouldn't quite say he was unlucky, but went from range. And there was a couple of other occasions. The way we're shooting from outside the area, I do think you lot were told, yo, if it's on, hit it. I'm seeing more movement. I'm seeing more directness. I'm seeing an element of more randomness. These things help you break down low and deep blocks. But we do need to have the balance, man. DG is a sentimental guy. He don't want to hear about his team outgrowing the scrubby players that he always gasses up. Yeah, you're just trying to trigger me because I've been saying, how can I say that if I was the one screaming Kai Havertz needs to stop? Please, man. Focus on the next game. Brighton away. DG, the big question is, what is your gut telling you? Will it all come down to the Etihad or will it not? My feeling is it will. That does not mean I rate this version of that. See, Charles, I don't think people listen to my content because I've been saying from early, like, as much as I think we've got a good moment and things, I've been saying for the last couple of months, Lidge, someone tell me I'm lying. I've been saying that City game is the one where I think you win that, bearing in mind, like, City ain't won at Anfield in gazillion years. They finally did it. That Etihad game, we ain't won there since fucking Santi Cazorla and Coquelin was our midfield. I don't even want to do it to myself, but imagine we went and looked at how many, in the years that followed, how many different midfield trios or pivots that we've seen. I think that's the game that makes me think, yo, you've won it. Now, there's a reality where you could lose at City. You could lose against City in April and win the league. You could win that game and not win the league. Everything is up in air. But for me, we've all have a bit of irrationality as a fan. For me, I think you win that. It's good, innit? And it just makes it. I do think football's fixed a bit because it just makes these two games a bit more juicier. And even that. Oh, no, disregard me. I was going to say you might have to rest players. Yeah, you do. No, you don't. And unfortunately, I hate to be that guy, but this is a lot of football, plus the Champions League, plus the football that we've played. Bro, you think there's not, for both teams, there's going to be injuries? 100%. It breaks my heart, but I do think that's going to be the case. Okay, some are going to panic. People don't care. Them same fans that were in mode about 9 points, 9 points, 9 points. Now it's all doom and gloom. When last week it was 6 points. We entered this weekend with a 6 point gap. And we've left it with a 6 point gap. Bearing in mind, we cannot alter the reality of it being 9 points. Maybe we could have, bribed the chefs at Anfield and dodgy pastas and whatnot for City, but myth, bro. Myth. DG the preacher. I wish, man, of balanced football content. It's 100% facts about focusing on us only and keep winning our games. But if a result comes against us, then regroup and go again. Stop starting games passively. Facts. Hooks is a madman, but I feel him on his take. What did Hooks say? Bro, it don't matter. Bro, you don't. I buy hook or buy crook. Who cares? I don't care how we get it done. Just get it done. No need to panic. But again, to not panic, you need to. And this is why I rate my platform that I have here. You lot got common sense. We don't all have to agree, but to not panic, you need to look at the wider picture, the positives, the negatives, all these things, and then you could draw your conclusion. And then from that, I genuinely believe when you look at the whole chessboard, you're allowed to say, "No, I don't think Arsenal going to do it. I think they're going to do it." Well, I'm not a fan of this whole we're going to win the tour, because this happened a couple of times at Arsenal. We're going to win the Tour de France. We're going to do everything. Nobody can stop us. Nobody can stop us. A result that has nothing to do with us directly, indirectly, of course. Liverpool City does. Oh, we're not going to do it now. And then man start doing but if Fulham win and Fulham lose and then we're going to crumble. These things might happen, but this is what I'm saying. And that can't be a healthy way to live your life, man. Dan had his head in his hands and he was all upset about it. Listen, Dan's allowed his own opinion and, you're allowed to be upset that City didn't drop points. But what the fuck is that? Like, they did it, innit? Like, boy, you'd have to ask Dan, bro. I don't know about them things, man. City was good. I respect Pep. 50 likes. Let's get at least to 100 before DG signs off. Bernardo, I'm the first to criticize him. Forget his goal. He done his thing yesterday, man. Appreciate you, Aaron, man. Just got to keep going, man. Liverpool and City have the same weakness. Their fullbacks are janky. Both will drop more points than Arsenal in the run-in. Happy days. Fact, Pep is hoping to beat us in the EFL final in order to derail our title challenge. We're at home to Bournemouth after the final and City are away to Chelsea. I think Chelsea are going to beat them. I can't lie, man. And do you know what? I just clocked. I was right with my prediction. I told you, look. Where's my water? I told you, I was like, City are winning 2-1. Because that was my feeling on the weekend going into it. I just felt City had to win. I feel the same way about my boys, but obviously, when you support a club, you look at it with a bit of emotion. I think they had to, beyond the obvious, I think you had to win at Anfield. Because I think it would have been a dark psychological place, what you lot have been, and I think it could have been a boost. I think for us, we need to win in April. And that April game is going to be even more juicier because I've completely skipped. I'm focusing on April the 18th, the 22nd of March. And God forbid you lose that final. Cry, you're allowed to cry for the rest of the day, but you see the next day, I assume that's on a Sunday. You see the Monday, forget it. Move on. Because you're still in the champs. By God's grace, you're still in the FA Cup. You get it. You're still in a fight with the Premier League. If anyone whose heart's not in this, not built for it, with every win gonna think they're amazing, with every loss they start doubting themselves, fuck off, man. Because it's time for war, bro. It's time for one. There's nothing wrong with it. If you're not built like that, innit? Stay at home. That goes to the fans as well. Because some of you are not built for this. You're not. DJ, I hate to be that guy, but it is this showman syndrome that PGML has that will make it come down to the Etihad. Till then, it's topsy-turvy. Only Etihad will showcase, will make the EPL look good. I hear that, but there's a lot of games before that. Win their games, innit? Win their games. Razzle, nothing has changed. Hopefully, when we play them, it's still 6 points. I hope so, man. DG, Arsenal lost to City and won 12 straight. Lost to Villa and won 8 straight. Lost United and won 4 straight. No need to panic. I'm not panicking. No one can tell me I'm panicking. But again, you lot are using logic with people that are going to do madness, bro. I take in all DG's content. Appreciate you, man. Mostly live, but also on repeat. And people often say things he never said. So subscribe if you haven't and hear the full takes. Big up, DG. I just laugh watching the fan base meltdown over City win. And some of the Arsenal YouTubers feed their coward narrative in the fan base. Well, and one thing I hate about football, yeah, because I think nobody, you know what's so funny? Nobody's right and no one's wrong. That's how I think life is, yeah. Like I genuinely think that. I genuinely think to grow as a person, you need everything you've ever been told. you need to prepare that it's a lie, or you can be presented new information. And also, I do think on the TV, on YouTube, any like debate or rhetoric around football, like it's childish, bro. You're allowed to. I don't have to agree. I can think your opinion's fucking stupid, but that's your opinion. This is mine, and it's calm. I think it's the other way. Like it's too white and black. It's too barbershoppy and pub chatter, man. But we ain't losing. Oh, we don't lose, man. We just have to keep going, bro. And a lot of people would rather be right than wrong. There are some people out there rather Arsenal not win the title. Not win the title. So I can tell I told you about Arteta, man. I told you, man. Who cares? Like, genuinely, who cares? And this is why I tell fans, stop looking at validation, because by God's grace, in May, if we're all in Islington, are you not going to be listening to these various social media twats, Jamie Carragher, Gary Neville, and all of these guys? And if you are, when we've won something, bro, you don't need to cut out, bro. Who cares about these guys? They don't rate us anyways. We don't rate them. To their pagans, them suck your mum. Like, it's simple as that. Rally the fuck up, people, man. Let's go, man. This makes it interesting. You thought this shit was going to be easy. It's nervy, it's exciting, it's everything in between. And this is what makes it lit. Come on, boys, man. Hey, 3 points at Brentford. Go through in the FA Cup. Wolves, you man are gone anyways. Allow it now. Tottenham Hotspur, we're putting them chickens on the grill, innit? Chelsea, you know what time it is when you come Emirates, innit? And we've got a target on us. So much people want to slap off our heads. You know, I think every team here wants to win for their own reasons, but naturally, for obvious reasons, City want to beat us. I think Chelsea, that's the World Cup final. Spurs, that's therefore your Cup final. So let's go on it. Most hated and rated. Simple as that. Let's just keep going. But people are going to listen. People aren't going to hear this, innit? So it is what it is. Let's move on and see what's going on, man. So, yeah, we've gone over the Merino business. Fabrizio Romano said, yes, Morgan Rodgers extended his contract at Aston Villa a few months ago, but there'll be movement again. His situation will be one to watch in the summer, as it will be every summer that he's at Villa and he's doing what he's doing. I'm sure Chelsea are still tracking Rodgers. He's a dream target for Tottenham. Let's see if other clubs join the race, like Arsenal and other clubs who can be involved in this possibility. Bro, if you ain't got 100 odd million quid to play around with, there's no point. There's absolutely no point talking about this. Nwaneri was heavily criticized by La Provence after a poor performance for Marseille, with the outlet claiming that the match was too big for the 18-year-old. This match experience as a starter seemed too big for his 18 years. He tried to motivate his teammates, but this was in a way that was too haphazard and disorganized. I expect that from an 18-year-old trying to get consistency, and that's music to my ears. Of course, I would have loved for Nwaneri to score a hat-trick in that, but you don't see how good of a swimmer you are until you're pushed in the strong currents in the deep end. This is why I always say minutes are currency. Go be outside your current zone, your comfort zone. When you're trying to press them PSG players and in 2 touches, they just pass you. This is the experiences that make you think, wow, this is the level to be a professional footballer. This is what I want to hear. And I always say, I ain't watched the PSG game, but I'm going to. I don't care about when Nwaneri scores goals. Big him up, but you don't learn much in them games. We know he's a bad boy. And of course, I'm going to love him, I'm going to gas it, but it's the games that he struggles, or games that I don't know. Marseille won 2-0. There's no real, you don't see Nwaneri trending. It's that level. Part of the development, bro. Part of the development. But people think, I've seen it with Merino, with Saka, with Miles Lewis-Skelly, with any young player. Everyone thinks it's just that, and it's going to stay up that way. Always see it. It's the honeymoon period. They come in, they do quite well. Then there's a bit of a struggle. So, yeah, man. Rainmaker said, I watched that game. I think he learned a lot from that game for sure. Exactly, man. Made no difference. They lost 5-0 to PSG and he got taken off at halftime, Marseille fans. And that's what you need. Obviously, it's not what you need, but you got drummed 5-0. You saw how big of a game it is. You saw the difference in quality. Your whole team got drummed. Probably was horrible being in the dressing room, just like when they went out of the Champions League, which was out of their hands. That's what you need. This is the reality of being a professional footballer. You would have learned more now than you would have learned elsewhere, innit? It's as simple as that. Gyökeres won our player of the month. I want to say for January, it could have been December, but he won goal of the month for January with his supreme goal against Everton, man. I big up Hand of Arsenal, big up DG, killing it on TalkSport. Someone has to fight the battles. Like, everyone's allowed the fair trial. By all means, when there's reasons to criticize my football club, I do it. But ain't no one gonna just throw these narratives. I'm not here for it. Like, you need to bring some other guys for that, really and truly, because I'm going to stand up for us where I think possible. And I don't think Arsenal are ever going to be fairly treated in the media. Everyone's going to do a pile on. There's going to be evident double standards. So I've kind of given up with that. But yeah, we're at where we're at, man. I don't really think we're gonna get Julian Alvarez, and I think he's gone 6 straight games without a goal from open play. So, as much as I love Julian Alvarez, is he really their guy? Julian Alvarez will set the Prem on fire after sources Arsenal transfer reveal. Arsenal would have to pay a big fee if they were to lure Julian Alvarez back to the Premier League. You reckon? Of course. He could cost Arsenal more than 80 million. We all know he was previously at City. Apparently, Liverpool have registered interest. It's a bit greedy, isn't it? Hugo Ekitike, Isaac, and Alvarez. I mean, it sounds good on FIFA. We've been back for a big move. Yes, I know that Julian has been very highly regarded at Atletico Madrid. Everyone loves him. He saved them in many ways, a lot of big games. He's a big player. If he was to come back, then I think that would be a big move, but well worth it. He is quality, and I think he would suit them very well. But yes, he is very highly regarded, and it would not be a cheap one. But I think he does not want to come back to the UK. And I think he'll set the Premier League on fire again. I think even more so now he's had this spell at Atletico where he really has impressed a big degree. But he doesn't want to come back to the UK. Why would you? He's from Argentina, which is probably, Spain is probably more akin to his way of life in Argentina. Not just for him, for his family. There's bare Argentinian man at Atletico. There's probably some at Espanyol. I mentioned Espanyol because he's linked with Barcelona. I don't buy it. If we're able to grab him, great. But he's going to cost a pretty penny. And that's before, I'm sure all us Arsenal fans, you want to see us bring in a left winger in it. We've been linked with Goretzka. Rumours will continue with that as his deal runs out. My hot take of the summer, Julian Alvarez goes to Barcelona. Goretzka goes to Man United. That's just me, man, if I'm honest with you. Not going to lie, brother, you articulated extremely well. People at the club loved it too. Hey, come on, no one can chat to me. No one can. But we say better feeling my thing. I hand off Arsenal. We're going to work for Arsenal now. We're going to work for Arsenal. Talent ID. Big up Arsenal, man. It's about time. It's about time. Because like what annoys me with Arsenal media, by all means, if we're mad shit and we're 18 and everything's going wrong, clearly you have to slag us off. And I'm not even saying you need to sing us from the high rooftops. But I do think it works two ways. I think you've got fans that rage bait. You've got Arsenal fans who want to be quirky and seen as real and just slag us off. You've also got them fans that act like everything's amazing when it's actually not. The truth's in the middle. So yeah, big up yourself. Big up anyone who watches my stuff. And big up Arsenal, man. I'm waiting to see his performance during the World Cup. Don't know how he stays sane with the rest of the TalkSport panel representing us with pride. Just got to treat him like children psychologically, innit? They're all good, man. They're all good. But it's just... my thought is, I know you lot don't rate us, so I don't care if you rate us or not. Like, I am going to tell you what's what or what I think's what, and you're not going to try and wash no bullshit over here. That's just it. And one thing that annoys me, don't get twisted, Arsenal have special fans on social media, but what fan base doesn't? It's not my fault my club is highly rated and everybody talks about us. As I always say, people that don't support my football club, people that the media platforms, for a team you don't rate and we're bottlers, you sure talk about us a lot. You zoom into Mikel Arteta's face. You got Gary Neville there in North London, at Spurs' ground, seeing if the ball went out. You talk on us bare. You talk about Arteta's mannerisms on the sidelines, and again, you can say what you want, but I'm also seeing managers, and I'm not saying the managers are wrong. I would love Arteta if we go score a goal to sprint down the touchline and whatnot, but there's evident double standards. And I'm not going to fight you lot for this because you look like, if I argue with an idiot, I think there's a saying, if you argue with an idiot, you're the ignorant idiot because now nobody can tell nothing. I know you're being evidently ignorant. Ignorance is bliss, man. So yeah, man. Nah, it's cool, man. Arsenal fuck with my thing, bro. Calm down. But shout me. Arteta shout me. Trying to get out of the hood, man. No, I'm joking. On a serious note, I don't think Alvarez is coming to Arsenal. Okay, so would you rather Alvarez or a left winger? And you're not allowed to say, oh, Alvarez can play on the left wing. You're not allowed to say that. And like, Berta says, listen, guys, I can bring this Alvarez for you. You might not, or I can bring you a serious left winger, whoever it is. I can bring you that left winger. You can only have one. Where are you lot going? Where are you lot going with it? Because as much as I like Alvarez, if I hear all of that, and again, players probably have to move. That's one thing I'm wary of because I don't think from a sporting point of view, all the players that divide opinions that probably need to be moved on should be moved on. Obviously, we might want to move players on. They might not want to move. Players that we want to move on, they might not have interest. Some players might. I do think Nelson or Roberta, the best business you can do is get 100k a week. Nelson, as much as I love him, off the wage bill. I do reckon Gabriel Jesus is gone. That's spreading out some peas. It'd be interesting to see Kai Havertz, because from a sporting point of view, he won't go anywhere, but there are rumours there. And from a financial point of view, there's money there. I wouldn't sell Norgard, but I'd understand if I think Norgard and Kepa might go, you know what, they're good squad players, but and especially if they win stuff, Norgard might say to himself, you know what, I reckon I could be a starter somewhere, which he could. I think Kepa still believes he could be a starter somewhere as well. So it'd be interesting. Chelsea advancing in talks to sign 82 million start ahead of Arsenal and Barcelona. So again, Julian Alvarez. That's come out of ESPN Argentina. I don't know if that's credible or not, people. I insist people are talking about a lot with Barcelona and Arsenal, but I'm being told that the team slowly moving forward is Chelsea. Chelsea quietly are advancing for Julian Alvarez. I'm told there are conversations. In fact, part of his agency handling Julian's transfer was in London this week watching Chelsea, Arsenal. I mean, but we saw Sesko's agent everywhere, and then what happened? Also, you got to remember his agent might have other clients, or this could be facts. Julian Enia Luco is not helping herself. Off topic, have you not seen any of this? She is not helping herself, man. Just, darling, please. You came for Ian Wright, especially with women's football and freedom fighting and that. Ian Wright. Ian Wright's one of them guys. See, like in school, when you hear someone's had a fight and it's with that kid that nobody troubles, he's cool, everyone immediately takes his side. That's like Ian Wright in the media. That's Uncle Wrighty, man. Big up Ian. But yeah, they know both clubs want him. But what I'm being told is that as of today, the most advanced contacts are Chelsea. Alvarez has just one La Liga goal in his last 15, and that came from the penalty spot. So is that a Julian Alvarez stinking up the place thing, or is Atletico Madrid struggling? 3 things we learned from Arsenal's winners. Martin Zubimendi hits new high. I told man about Zubimendi. Never gaslight me. He's cold. You see, when he really next season, you're gonna see an even better one, because I still think he goes through that English culture shock when the games are a bit mad. A man like him, he's gonna have that. Do you remember when we played Chelsea during lockdown? Do you remember when we played Chelsea? Was it lockdown? I want to say it was during lockdown. And Jorginho's played that pass back. I think Smith Rowe ended up setting up Aubameyang. That's gonna happen, but does need to do things a bit quicker and whatnot. Pile pressure on their rivals. What pressure? Our pressure's on ourselves, bro. Zubimendi reached new heights. Okay, I'm liking this article. He's got 5 goals in the league and 6 in all comps. His best tally was 4. Arteta's doing the Declan Rice thing with him, man. All facets of play. Glockeres. And for all of them that say Glockeres only scores against the small teams, right, go and look at Arsenal's running towards the end of the season. What else have we got? And big up Martinelli as well, man. Big up Martinelli. Tonali's agent has hinted that the midfielder's Newcastle future will be determined by Champions League qualification. Big ticket item, I'd have him, but it's not that it don't make sense. It does, man. What a time to be alive. We are part of the Epstein files. Arsenal are on for the quad. NATO is falling. Hamilton is dating Kim Kardashian. So, boys, too much is going on. Lewis Hamilton is dating Kim K. Come on, bro. I'm not part of no Epstein files. I don't know your thing. I'm not part of that. Arsenal are on for the quad. I hope so. Boy, you're shameless. Don't bread him. Pardon me. What's the emergency? How would I get you lot here? It's only right that someone balanced plays on the idiot narratives, isn't it? Smash the likes and subscribe, people. Her friends and family need to talk. This woman, she's out of control. She's actually mad. I left and came back. The King Waffler is still going. You're just an armchair fan. Marcel, shut up, man. Like, fam. I'm not so sure Gabby Jesus is done. He's not done, but bro, come, man. He's just not going to be the same player. It sounds dumb, but I said this yesterday. You see, when, obviously, Salah is not Cristiano Ronaldo. Gabriel Jesus is not Salah or Ronaldo, but we've seen I have a 30-year-old seen so many different versions of Cristiano Ronaldo. I saw the one that used to dive. It was kind of ugly. He'd do a million pointless stepovers. Then he became that sick guy, best player in the world, arguably, who could do bare skills and whatnot. Took that to Real Madrid. Well, across, the last couple of years at United, and obviously, the initial first half of his career at Real Madrid. And then he realized, well, you know what? I'm still fit in that, but my legs are not what they used to be. Let me become this ultimate goal scorer. Let me conserve energy. I do think that's how I feel about definitely watching Salah yesterday. Like, he needs to play central. Him out wide is dead. And I think Gabriel Jesus, you need to accept there's still elements that are still there. And I'd like him to stay, but you're on P's. You're not the same player. Unfortunately, you might pick up another knock. It's easier said than done, because reality is there's a lot of things in Gabriel Jesus' favor. Clearly, our club tried to move him on, a bit like when we had Party. Clearly, we tried to move him on for the last few years. Reality is he's got a deal until 2027. He might want to stay and run down his deal to be a free agent and attract interest. He might believe he's still a key part of this side, which reality is, to a degree he is, because he's come back from injury. Sunderland, he started ahead of Gyökeres, our new money signing. There's all of these kind of, his family might be comfortable in London. All of these kind of things. And again, from a financial point of view, I can't begrudge him if he says, Arteta, I hear that, but I want to fight for my place. I'm on 200 odd grand a week. I'm probably, unless I'm going to go Saudi, I'm not going to get that somewhere else. Completely off topic, yeah. Do you not think the Saudi thing's finished? Because it's a knee-jerk opinion, but it's like everyone's trying to get out of there. Alvarez has only 7 goals in La Liga. I don't know why they want him, and tacticals. Like, I like Alvarez, man, but still, man. Hit the likes, people. Getting out there now. For real, love Arsenal, hate the upside greed. Best name, bro. Love that for you. Arsenal gave ratings. Come on. There's a player that loves my content at Arsenal. I know that much. And I'll always back him. Never argue with an idiot, because from afar, people won't know the difference between both. Exactly. But unfortunately, ignorance sells, bro. Like, people this goes for life, and it annoys me, yeah. People mistake loudness and arrogance for intelligence, and they know what they're talking about. And normally, 9 times out of 10, the more intelligent people are softer touches, they can shout over them and intimidate them and carry on. Like, we've all been in certain places, either you lot in your professional careers or elsewhere, yeah, where a lot of people aren't smart, you know. A lot of people are silly, no matter how much accolades they got, no matter how many smart, especially with the football team. People, especially the dons that use them smart words and XG out of context, you think they talk, when I promise you, actually listen slowly, time and time again, to what they're saying. They're chatting shit. So yeah, man. DG spitting facts. There's different types of Arsenal fans. Pick one side. There's bear, man. There's like, every football fan's got them, but you would think it's only Arsenal. But then you can't tell me we talk about ourselves. I'm talking about the media. You can't tell me Arsenal talk about themselves when all your videos are about Arsenal. All you do is, if you're not talking about Arsenal on the pitch, there's very different opinions. You've made City, obviously it's a title challenge, but City versus Liverpool is now, Arsenal going to show their bottle. Now I get it. The game is the game. People need engagements, but you can't tell me you don't rate my club, because for bottlers, for a manager that can't do it, for teams that are just set piece and boring, the boring thing, for a team that's so boring, why are you not watching us? In any other walk of life, if you said all of these things and kept doing what you're doing, is this not crazy? And you lot call Arsenal fans crazy. You lot the lunatics. Fair enough, though, man. It is what it is, man. This is what I'm saying. I'll tell you what to think. Just think. Saudi are planning big summer this year. Now, Saudi still has money, even if they have 0 PR, so their players going to be relevant. Yeah, but players are cutting. Is it like the China thing? It's like I said, knee-jerk opinion, but I'm just asking what you lot are saying, man. Again, Tonali's agent said Newcastle having a hard time letting go of Sandro, and he wants to lead the club to the Champions League. These transfer discussions will take place later. We'll see how the season ends, and then we'll decide what to do. There's no preference at the moment. It's still early. What we're saying today won't apply tomorrow. Sounds like me. Newcastle couldn't let him go now, and there's no point in moving, especially since Sandro is very attracted to the club. We'll evaluate and decide what to do in the summer. In addition to Arsenal, Juventus also hold a strong interest in Tonali. I reckon he goes back to Italy, if I'm honest with you. This is BS, but I thought it was fun. Arsenal hold an interest in Diaz. They're still milking that Diaz rumours, innit? And apparently Odegaard could depart the club in 2026. Let's get to the major part of this. According to Africa Foot, big up Africa, but come on, man. It's been recently claimed that Real Madrid are keen to re-sign Odegaard, where you got Nico, Pass, Arda, very similar players. But because I like Odegaard, I'm on run this. See, you lot dissing the captain. Madrid wants him. Whether there's any truth in these claims is up for debate, but it could allow Arsenal to secure a very interesting player in return. According to Africa Foot, Arsenal hold a concrete interest in Real Madrid attacker Brahim Diaz, and even made a last-ditch attempt at signing him on deadline day when Andrea Berta scoured the market for an injury replacement for Mikel Merino. So we allegedly tried to get Diaz, made an offer for Goretzka, were offered Tonali at some point, obviously via his agent. Boy, Real Madrid responded with a firm rejection, but Brahim Diaz's future will come into focus this summer, despite the fact he's thought to be close to signing a contract extension. He has never managed to nail down a regular spot and is simply too talented to be a squad player. He's clearly cool. We all know he's crossed paths with Arteta before. You know, he was at City with him. So yeah, draw what conclusions you want there. The agent of Ajax winger Mika Götze, who's been linked with us, insists that it's logical big clubs are chasing his client. I mean, when is an agent going to talk down their clients? You'd not be doing your job. It's like if I'm a boxing promoter, I'm going to tell you my box is the best thing since sliced bread, no? 20 years of age, 10 goals, 9 assists for Ajax this season. It's a choice every single day. Talent opens the door, but hard work keeps them open. And Mika does that every single day. He's the first one at the club and stays the longest on the training pitch to do extra drills. His goal is to become the best. Now, if he genuinely does that, I like that. That's the mentality we need. Logical given his figures, but leaving Ajax was absolutely out of the question in January. He has a major goal to play at least 100 games for Ajax. He wants to be part of the club, so that transfer was out of the question. He currently sits on 96, so yeah. And he's described as a player who likes to dribble a lot. And yeah, we're still regarded as the front runners to sign Goretzka, people. But again, these things are not going anywhere until the summer. Apparently, Man United have joined the race for Tonali, as you see there. Arsenal, Chelsea have joined Man United in the race to sign Club Brugge wonder kid Alexander Stankovic. Isn't he technically owned by Inter Milan? I could be wrong about that, but he's earning rave reviews. Arsenal, Chelsea are also interested in him. Very good technical level. No clue if he'll make the grade and upgrade our thing, but you get the point. Arsenal reportedly joined the race to sign Everton forward Ndai. I'm on that for the squad. Not as the guy, but I'm on that. Arsenal, Chelsea, Man United, and Spurs are all monitoring the 25-year-old. All 75 million. Come on, Everton, be serious. Big him up. 75 million euros. What's that, about 60 odd million quid? You can do that for 30, 40, man. We'll give you Ranieri Skelly on loan. So yeah, we've joined the race for him apparently. So what was it showing us, Martinelli? The 18 million euros mistake I was talking about. Okay, Lokonga is finding his feet. We bought him too early. Probably Fabio Vieira as well. Big him up. He's found his level. Don't nobody care about him. So you said Martinelli replacement, but this doesn't say anything about Martinelli. So he's still being linked with the Saudi Pro League. You know what? Big you lot up for milking it. I found this funny. Arsenal among the clubs monitoring the form of AC Milan forward Christian Pulisic. I shouldn't find it funny because with our track record of Chelsea players, there's might be an element of credibility there, but really, what's going on here? Big up yourself, Dennis Bergkamp, but don't care what Noel Gallagher says. Who cares? This is another thing. The worst title rated, not even in the top 10. Who gives a monkeys? Who gives a monkeys, man? What's this? Gyökeres has now made better start than Arsenal legend after blocking out noise from the critics. Come on, Gyökeres, bro. Gyökeres. I don't see any analysts around his playing style and heat maps and shots to game ratio. No player in the Premier League has scored more goals in all comps than Gyökeres in 2026. And we're not done yet, big man. We're not done yet. Okay, I rate the shamelessness. It don't matter how good or bad his start was. Facts are facts, but you're never going to be Dennis Bergkamp or Henry. But you can make your history, man. Less said that, man. We got this, man. Oh, I think the Saudi project is falling apart. DG, your dark man said Salah. Yeah, no, I hear it, but Salah's a shadow. It's scary. Salah looks knackered, bro. He needs to get slapped up front. I don't know if that's going to happen when you've got Isaac and Nketiah. It's not even this start when man are out camping and it's overcast. Who is a serious left winger? Melvs? I don't know, but without names, a left winger that's a goal threat. He's getting double figures. He sets up. We don't have to worry about that left hand side. We've got an informed Saka and someone that's on what Saka's on that left hand side, or 50% of Bukayo. And the consistency there. Are you having that, or are you going for Alvarez? DG, how about starting as a striker? Then on the 65th minute, bring on Gyökeres and then move Havertz in midfield. But man said you ain't getting to Gnarly. I can bet every yak in my cabinet on it. You ain't got no yak in that cabinet. I seen what Liverpool done to you, bro. In the summer, you was probably popping bare champagne nights, bare whiskey. You ain't got nothing left, lad. Who are you fooling, mate? Who are you fooling? Who are you fooling, Marcel? You muppet. If we're going to spend 80 to 100 on a world-class forward, just go for Palmer. Time to cherry pick. Wait. Man, like being silenced the noise until May. Yeah, but we've got a lot of fans that are emotional. They're gonna buy at everything, bro. Like, especially on social media. I don't know how the money on Twitch works, but there's a lot of blue tick accounts that say evident bullshit about Arsenal. Arsenal fans buy it, react to it. You're giving man engagement. You think half of these platforms know that? You think half of these platforms care that they're talking sense about Arsenal? So when they look through the back end, this video come out, average view duration, engagement, this, that, people are commenting. Obviously, if people are commenting on the video, YouTube is going to go, or whatever platform is going to go, bro, These lot have viewing habits around football. They're commenting and engaging with this. Let's put this in front of other people. The other people are going to do things. But this is why I've given up, because people are going to buy it. We're in a rage bait era, bro. Everything's black and white. Everything's hee hee ha ha. You got fat youths that are fatter than Gyökeres talking about he wears jeans on the overlap. Spurs twat, but nonetheless, Dundee, and the guy looks like he does his eyebrows as well. So I don't think Gyökeres is going to pay any mind to that. It is what it is. It's not going to change. Right now, the left wing market is not very promising for the caliber of player we need. Until we find one, man, go find me the carrot skeeler thing. Since X became monetized, everything is engagement, farming. Beg someone at Arsenal sort out better positioning. Breaders out of sorts on the pitch. Yildiz and Carrot, Skeeler to replace Martinelli and Trossard left wing. Rodgers in to replace Odegaard, bro. We're not spending that kind of piece, man. Arda Güler has same playing style. Güler's lit, but then Arda Güler, Nico Paz, Mustin, when he goes back to Madrid, Mustin Tanto or whatever that Madrid guy is, surely they do what they did with Odegaard. You're going to hit the loan strip for a couple of seasons and then look to sell you. So, yeah, man. Effing PTSD is not City, is on ourselves. We didn't capitalize versus City and Liverpool dropping points for past 4 years. We can't be melting on these City lots another year. I hear it. We just came in heading in corners, no foreplay needed. Corner boys in the building, anything but women and children, man. A young player, 20 to 22, you have a chance to make generational wealth. So, yeah, for that reason alone, a young player can move Saudi, come back and work from there. True. Does Sandro want to be Rice or Zubi back up? Probably not, but at the same time, yeah. At the same time, yeah. If Tonali is gonna go Real Madrid, for example, Real Madrid, City, Juventus, this one, you're gonna have competition, man. You're going to have competition. Bro, if we win the league doing this set piece madness, you better respect us because we didn't even have to open you up to win the league. Bro, just win the league and then we can paint whatever narrative we want. And these lot can, you know, the best thing is they can sit there. Oh, Arsenal are boring. Arsenal entertaining. Arsenal are bottlers. Arsenal, the league, the standard of the league, the worst when it's not. We're gonna be too drunk and licked and happy and high, whatever that is, to care. But we must get over the line. I'm sorry, Gyökeres. I'm just a fool. What do I know about strikers? Big up boy, man. He's an idiot, but he kills me, man. Oh man, I would love Yildiz, but he just signed a new deal. I just laugh at these football takes on X. It's just banter. I can't take it seriously or engaged, but unfortunately, Navigator, people are not navigating it properly, bro. People are gonna, you know how football is. Football. We say about Arsenal. Oh man, you're not even. And then I think you got negative. Like, I think you got fans that want to be seen as, oh my god, they're so real. They just say what they want to say, and really, you're just chatting shit. And then I think you've got fans that. And they tend to be the more overly positive, is not the right word, but the more overly positive ones. They just seem like, oh, please stop saying this about us. Fuck them. Nice guys finished last. We're not doing this nice guy thing. We got 6 points clear. See the job through. There's going to be many twists and turns. 6 points, 13 games. Obviously, throw in all the other cups. You got 13 cup finals, 13 game weeks. Simple as that. So that's that, man. But it is what it is, man. DG, who wins an Arsenal left-footed 11 or a right-footed 11 squad depth? Right now, we couldn't have 11 players that are left-footed, but I reckon the left-footers would win. If it was 5 or 7 aside, you got Kai, Merino, Odegaard, probably Saka, Calafiori, Miles Lewis-Skelly, Nkapie. Who else is left-footed? Bare left-foot man in the team. Wanyeri, technically. Noni, by the way, I guess. Yeah, the left foot is. If it was 7 aside versus 7 aside, I reckon the Arsenal left footers would win it, innit? Brentford without Sharda, Spurs without Romero. Is that going to be harder or easier? On paper, it's going to be easier, but at the same big Gabriel as well. But at the same time, you look in the last 3 years, maybe not so much this year, but yeah, you could say, in fact, yeah, you could say, but I mean it. You look in the last 4 years at Arsenal, whether it's Real Madrid or the Champions League games or when we thumped up City. Have we won some of the most memorable games? We haven't won them with, on paper, our best 11. So you got to bear that in mind. Obviously, you're hearing players are out. It makes you a bit more bullish. But sometimes man raise their levels. That man that never might have got an opportunity if Romero weren't there. Let me see what I can do. Yeah, the left footers, man. You could probably get an 11 of left footers. lefties always got more accuracy in my experience. I'm left-handed, right-footed, so can I play for the left-footeds if that's the case? Real football isn't FIFA or EAFC. To be honest, we can't get every name, but we can get the right profiles in the summer. Right now, transfers don't make sense. Deal with what we got until May and win it all. Nah, you're right. But in the back burners, all clubs are clearly talking with their clients now or their prospective new players. That's what happens. You got fans that can't kick a ball straight but got hell of opinions. I just don't like the self-righteousness, man. Like, if you feel right about something, but it is what it is. We're in the era of rage bait and nonsense, man. So at this point, I always say protect your mental health. You know the individuals either on YouTube or on platforms or like Twitter or big accounts that talk nonsense. You know they've got agendas. Don't watch it. Because now, because I rate you lot, and this is from a place of love. If you're genuinely getting mad at these opinions, you're doing it to yourself. Because you know it's easy. It's stupidity. You know it, people. But yeah, man, Twitch gang, big up yourselves. Please make sure you're smashing the like button, YouTube gang. If you got Twitch, make sure you're subscribing with Amazon Prime. We won't be doing a watch along tomorrow, but we will be on Thursday. There's always videos and content. So yeah, man, leave a comment, like, comment, subscribe. Stay blessed. Hope you and your loved ones are in good health as well, people. And I hope football is the only thing you're stressing about, because if football is the only thing you're stressing about in your private lives, then you're doing all right. But on that note, I'm out, man.
I think like